Hi guys. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tempo maps. And a tempo map essentially is a tempo map of a live performance. So for instance, rather than me opening up a Pro Tools session, deciding on a tempo, say 120, creating a click track, and then playing my guitar to this metronome as such, I will get a rough idea of how the tempo of the song feels to me as I sing it or play it. I will record this without a metronome and then, after the fact, create a tempo map based upon this performance. Now, what this is great for is that, well, several reasons, but a major problem with a lot of digital recording is the lack of ebb and flow in the performance. So if you program a drum beat and then just decide the tempo of the song is going to be 120 and then it just plays that for the whole song, you'll find it sucks a lot of the life out of the performance. Doing it this way tends to let the music breathe a little more, and the program drums have more of a human quality to them, which I think is important in many, not all genres, but certainly in quite a few. So without further ado, let's get to this. So I've already pre-recorded an acoustic guitar track. Let's have a quick listen, okay? Let's make this a little bigger too so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, that's basically it. So now there's several ways of creating these maps. Today we're going to talk about a great little piece of software called Beat Detective. So first of all, I want to pick, let's just do 4 bars today, okay? So let's count out these 4 bars from the start, okay? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so right here is the downbeat of bar 5. Now we got to be in slip mode, and we got to make sure that the tab to transient is engaged up here. Now, if I was to hit the tab button right now, if you can see it, the cursor moves right to the start of this transient. Now if I hit Apple E and I click this, I get my 4 bars, okay? Now, next thing we got to do is we got to open up Beat Detective. Here we go. And I was fiddling with this earlier, so it's already actually set up. But what you'll do is you'll have it in bar beat maker generation under the operations section. In the selection, you want to, it's 4 bars I should say, sorry. So even though it says over 8 bars here, that's because the tempo up there is the default tempo, which we're going to change. So here, the selection is actually 1 to 5. You can leave this alone and leave all this alone. And then when you hit analyze, it gives you bars, beats, or subbeats. Okay, if we were to click on this beats here, see it gives us many more trigger points, but we don't really need that in this instance, so we'll just stay with bars. So now if I was to generate the tempo ruler with this, you'll see what happens. If you look up at this line here, you'll see it'll change, and it won't be a straight line. Here we go. Okay, you can just say okay for that one. All right, now, so here we go. We've got 65.4486, 68.5209, 67.4, and 67.6883. Okay, and you'll see if I can move this down, you can kind of see. And let me make this a bit, where'd it go? There you go. So you can see it starts off, it's actually kind of getting a little faster each time there. So what I have done is earlier on there, I opened up a machine track and I programmed a quick 2-bar loop with just a simple kick, a snare, and some hats and 1 open hat. So if we, hopefully now, if we play this this tempo map along with this loop, it all should be in time, hopefully. So let's hear it. So that works. So you can take this, you can do the whole song like this. Now, I tend to try and when I'm using Beat Detective, I tend to do maybe 4 or 8 bar chunks, just because I've found in the past that if you go past that, if you go try and do the whole song, for example, it tends to not be able to find all the trigger points. So a good 4 or 8 bars is a good way to start. You'll go through the song pretty quick that way and get a really tight uh, tempo. So there you have it. That's one way to make a tempo map using Beat Detective. Thanks a lot.